welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and you are watching Growing Green. Welcome back to my channel everyone, or if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Rachel. I am a crazy plant lady from Auckland, New Zealand. I run my own small business called Growing Green and this is our YouTube channel, so welcome. So today's video, as you already know by the title of the video and the reason you clicked on the video, is I will be showing you my entire Hoya collection. Now I've been collecting Hoya since I started my houseplant journey in June last year, so I've been collecting these for about a year now and a lot of them are quite recent acquisitions. So I'm just going to go through everything I have and show you what I've got. If that sounds like something you want to watch and you also want to watch more videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Also the like button if you do like this video. Leave me a comment down below and tell me what Hoya is your favorite Hoya, either from my collection or your own collection, and let's just get straight into the video. Okay, I'm going to start off by showing you where all my Hoya are in my greenhouse. A lot of them are up above me, so I'm just going to spin the camera around and show you really quickly. So I keep most of my Hoya on this top shelf here. These are all like my propagations that I'm growing for sale. There's a couple down here that are going to the Hamilton plant market, and I have a few more along here, and a lot of them actually hang on the ceiling of my greenhouse. They seem to really love it up there. Okay, so what am I going to start with? I guess I'll start with the standard Carnosa. Alrighty, so the first Hoya I have to show you is the standard Hoya Carnosa. I hope you can see this alright. I'm going to make some like footage to insert so you can like see them properly and close up, but this is the standard Carnosa. This is actually a plant that I have grown from a cutting myself, and it's going to be at the Hamilton Plant Lovers Market, which is coming soon. It's almost 40 days. This is the standard Hoya Carnosa. I love the standard Hoya Carnosa. They're so easy to look after. Their leaves are big and shiny and glossy. The flowers are absolutely stunning on this one. They're like a light, really light pink with a very dark pink center. There you go, look at that. The leaves are just so beautiful. Definitely obviously recommended for a beginner. I always put all of my Hoyas in either cactus mix or cactus mix with fern fiber because, I mean, as you know, all plants love fern fiber, especially Hoya. They just absolutely love it. So yeah, that is the standard Hoya Carnosa. The next one I have to show you is pretty much looks exactly the same. It pretty much looks exactly the same as a Carnosa, but this is the Hoya Pubicaylix Red Buttons. As you can see, the leaves on this one are slightly more elongated, and another thing that defines it as a Pubicaylix Red Buttons is the fact that the new growth comes in nice and dark. Now it can either be like a dark purple like this, or it can come in kind of like a deep red color. It also does get sun stress, so if you pop it in the sun, it will obviously get nice beautiful red leaves. So yeah, that is the Pubicaylix Red Buttons. The next Hoya I have to show you is also kind of considered a beginner's Hoya because it's really nice and easy to look after, and that is the Hoya Australis. The Hoya Australis, as you can see, is also very similar to the Carnosa, except for the fact that its leaves are very flat and round shaped. Also, as you can see, as it grows, its leaves kind of come in a slightly darker color, not too dark, but just a little bit darker than the normal color, and then they fade to this bright green color. Again, this cutting is probably just a few months old, and as you can see, it is going crazy. Super easy Hoya to look after, and as well as a lot of other Hoyas, if you give them a chop every now and then, they will start sprouting from all the different nodes. So it's definitely recommended to give your Hoya a trim every now and then. So yeah, that is the Hoya Australis. The next Hoya I have to show you is the Hoya Serpens. Now this has remained one of my favorite Hoyas of all time, simply because it actually does look quite different from obviously all the previous Hoya I've shown you and the ones I'm about to show you. As you can see here, the Hoya Serpens is a super long-leaved Hoya. It pretty much looks like beans. Like if you chop these up, put them in a bag, someone would mistake them for beans. Its leaves are so beautiful and so different to a lot of other Hoya. And again, as you can see, this one is growing a nice long tendril. Don't ever chop the tendrils off. I have seen so many posts of people on pages being like, oh, what do I do with this? Do I chop it off? No, that's your Hoya, honey, don't chop it off. As you can see, it gets new leaves along the tendril there, so always leave your tendrils on your Hoya. But yeah, that is the Hoya Serpens. So the next Hoya is completely different again. This one is called a Hoya Serpens. Now I have to bring this one a little bit closer for you because I've just done a big chop of her to propagate her. But as you can see, the Hoya Serpens has really cute round flat leaves, and it just acts like any other Hoya. It will shoot from all of the new nodes when you chop it. As you can see, I've just done a big chop. See in there? There's a brand new shoot forming in there. I really hope you can see that. But yeah, again, it's just a super cute, super easy to care for a Hoya. But yeah, I just love it because it looks so different to other Hoya, and such a tiny Hoya, but it does grow very vigorously. So I have another one here to show you. I propagated this one on the 16th of June, and as you can already see, it is growing quite vigorously there. So easy to propagate, vigorous growers, what more can you want? So yeah, that is the Hoya Serpens. Alright, the next one I'm going to show you is actually above my head. So this one here is the Hoya Mini Bell, and as you can tell, it is very, very similar to the Hoya Carnosa and the Hoya Serpens. Its leaves are kind of like in between the two. So if I bring them closer for you, as you can see, the leaves are still nice and long and green, but they're not quite as long as the Serpens, but they are more elongated than the Carnosa. Again, this one has been a super vigorous grower for me. You chop it, it creates 2 new shoots, and it's flowered for me last season, and its flowers stunk out this greenhouse, like in the best way possible. It smelled so amazing. And did you know, I'm gonna get weird for a second, did you know that you can actually taste the sap of a Hoya flower? So next time your Hoya flowers, just pop your finger in the sap in the flower and taste it. It tastes like honey. It tastes like honey. It's beautiful. But anyway, yeah, this is my Hoya Mini Bell. I wanted to do one that was here, but now I don't know where it is. Have I lost one? I really don't know where it is. WTF. I've lost a whole Hoya. I'm legitimately confused right now. Okay, I've clearly put it somewhere, but I don't know where. So I'm going to show you a baby one. Oh well. Alright, so the next Hoya that I have to show you is this little guy here, and this is a Hoya Fishtail. It looks exactly like its name. So as you can see, it has big, thick, juicy green leaves with beautiful veining, as you can see there. Really, really stunning veining. And again, a super quick grower, as you can see. Look at that. Really beautiful fishtail leaves. You can also get a very splashy version of this, as in like it's got lots of silvery splash on it. Mine's just the regular one though, but yeah, still absolutely stunning. So yeah, this is my Hoya Fishtail. Okay, so this next Hoya I'm going to show you is fresh out of the post for me yesterday. Yes, yesterday. Fresh out of the post yesterday. I'm super excited about this one. But in New Zealand, it's definitely becoming more common and more affordable. A single leaf cutting of this used to go for over $1,000, close to $1,000. Then they kind of came down to about $600, and now they're down around about the $300 range. So the price is definitely coming down. And this one is the variegated Hoya Fishtail. You ready for it? Bum. Oh, that was lame. Variegated Hoya Fishtail. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. So this is just a one leaf. It does have stem under there, I promise, but I've just popped it straight into fern fiber on a heat mat, and it will be rooted within a week. Absolutely no problem. It actually already had a single root on it, but oh my gosh, look at that. It is just so amazing. So this is obviously an outer variegated fishtail. I don't know if an inner variegated fishtail actually exists. And like the normal fishtail Hoya, I've been told by people that it grows just as fast and just as like vigorously. So I'm really, really excited about this little unicorn baby. So yeah, this is my little variegated Hoya Fishtail. So the next one I have to show you is my Hoya Crimson Princess. Now this Hoya is famously known for its just like stunning variegation on the leaves. So this is the inner variegated Hoya Carnosa. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Just as easy care as anything else. It's definitely a plant that's got to have good genes though, because I've seen a lot of crimsons that have come with like just a little bit of variegation, and they do revert pretty quickly. So this one seems to have really good genes. As you can see, all that new growth is coming in with variegation. But yeah, absolutely love this plant, love. Just a must have in every Hoya collection. So yeah, that is the Hoya Crimson Princess. Back you go. And of course we all know the Crimson Princess, but we also know the Crimson Queen. So this is what we also like to call the outer variegated Hoya Carnosa, but it is also known as the Crimson Queen. So this one here has the reverse variegation. It has the white on the outside and the green in the middle there. So yeah, Hoya Crimson Queen. Alrighty, moving on. I'm kind of trying to work in an order so I can keep myself like knowing what I've actually shown you. So the next one I'm going to be showing you is the Hoya Hindu rope. Now mine looks a little bit munded because I have just propagated it, but it is the Hoya Carnosa compacta. So it is just the Hoya Carnosa but with the crinkly leaves. As you can see, all of its leaves are really curly and crinkly. So this is one of the little propagations I have done. Its leaves are super curly and it's such a cute Hoya. Again, really easy care. Hoya Carnosa compacta. Ah, I found my fishtail. I was looking for my fishtail. There it is. Ta-da, that's my like mother plant fishtail that I've just chopped to propagate. Let's move on to my Nicholsoniae. So this is also becoming quickly one of my favorite Hoyas, mainly probably because of the sun stressing it's got at the moment. I don't know what it's done to me, but I just love it so much that this is my Hoya Nicholsoniae. So as you can see, oh my gosh, so beautiful. Look at those leaves. It has big, thick, green, glossy leaves, again, just like all the other Hoyas. But look at the sun stressing on that. Oh my god! And like the veining in those leaves is just amazing. These leaves are really kind of different, I found, to a lot of other Hoyas, where in the fact that they're kind of a little bit more flexible. They feel more waxy than all the other Hoya leaves. But yeah, I can't get over that. That's just so beautiful. There's nothing to not love about it. So yeah, that is my Hoya Nicholsoniae. So this one is a Hoya obovata. Now Hoya obovata is known for its big, thick, round leaves. These are big leaves, like it's the size of the palm of my hand. They're big boys. This one is a little bit more expensive in the Hoya range in New Zealand. It's not that expensive compared to some of the rarer Hoyas that are coming out, but I'd say you probably, for something of the size play coaster, 120, 130, 140, maybe even $150. This one is a cutting that I've popped in fern fiber. I'm pretty sure you've seen this one on my website. It's just fantastic. You can't deny fern fiber rocks. So anyway, my one is, it's a fairly splashy one. I know you can get splashier ones than this, but it is pretty good. And as you can see, it has two new leaves that have popped out the top there. And if I can show you what chopping a Hoya does. So as you can see, you can obviously see where the main stem originally was, and those two new leaves are coming out from the side between the main stem and that leaf. And that's what all your Hoyas will do. If you chop them, they'll just sprout new growth points everywhere. And Hoya obovata, like all others, they love it. So yeah, that is my Hoya obovata. The next one I'm going to show you is my Hoya Pubicaylix Splash. And as you can see, it absolutely lives up to its name. Its leaves are super splashy. It's got a couple of half splash leaves there. And it's just so beautiful. Like, look at that splash. It just looks super beautiful with this extra splashy leaves. So yeah, that is my Hoya Pubicaylix Splash. And I'm gonna move on to you. So this next Hoya was actually gifted to me by Kate. So many planes, oh my god. P.O. So this Hoya was actually given to me by Kate, who runs the Wildvine YouTube channel. If you don't know who she is, I'll pop her link in the description box down below. And I will pop the video up here where we did a plant swap a couple of months ago. And this is one of the plants she gave to me, and it's doing really well. And this is a Hoya species. So we actually don't know what it is. It kind of gives me Crassifolia vibes, but it's way, 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 way bigger than my Crassifolia that I have. And it also shoots out these beautiful dark leaves. Look at that. Oh my gosh, just amazing. I think that's sun stress because it has been very close to the top of my greenhouse, but nevertheless, it is just so stunning. And the size of these leaves, like, they're freaking huge. Like, absolutely ridiculously huge. Love it so much. So yeah, that is the Hoya species. Unknown, don't know what it is. If you know what it is, let me know. But yeah, I just couldn't believe the size of these leaves when I opened it. It's just so stunning. Love it. Hoya species. And now this one I'm going to be showing you actually is a Hoya Crassifolia. So as you can see, it's very, very similar. The leaves are big and beautiful and long. It looks very similar to the last one, except the new growth doesn't come in red. It just comes in normal color. So yeah, I'd be very interested to know what that other one was. Just a Hoya Carnosa, but with bigger leaves. So yeah, Hoya Crassifolia. So the next Hoya are all in a little clear pots because they're kind of like the only one that I have of these type. And I'm growing them a little bit bigger so I can of course propagate them and sell them in my shop. But this one here is different again, and this is a Hoya Pubicaylix. Now as you can tell, it kind of has lots of little stringy leaves. It's super cute though. I really love this one. Again, it's quite different to a lot of the other Hoyas. I'm quite loving the small leafed Hoyas at the moment, although the big ones really do get me going. So yeah, this is the Hoya Pubicaylix. So this one is another small leafed Hoya, and this one is the Hoya Lacunosa. I hope you can see that all right there. It has tiny little leaves. These ones are kind of like short but really fat leaves, if that makes any sense. They're really chunky, really cute tiny leafed Hoya. And I hope to put some better footage in here of this for you. So yeah, this is the Hoya Lacunosa. Now this one is just pure Royal Hawaiian. So as you can see, the leaves on this one are kind of more like a little bit round with a pointy end. And the new leaves come in at this beautiful dark purple color, like stunning dark purple color. I just love it. It's just so beautiful, man. It's just so beautiful. It's yet to flower for me, but I do believe it's a really dark color. So I'm looking forward to that. I've only ever had light color Hoyas flower for me. So yeah, this is the Royal Hawaiian. This next Hoya is also considered a small leaf Hoya, and I think it's actually the last of my small leaf Hoya in my collection. So this one here is the Hoya Cumingiana. Cumingiana. I'm putting all the names up on the screen so you'll be able to see it. But this is the Hoya Cumingiana, a cute little small leafed Hoya. These leaves are slightly more rounded than the Lacunosa. It actually looks like a tiny little bush. Super cute. This is the Hoya Cumingiana. Cumingiana. Another Hoya in my collection that is one of my favorites because it is super fluffy is the Hoya Casei. So this is an Australis and this is a Casei. The main difference between the two of them is that the Australis obviously has the shiny waxy leaves. It has really fluffy leaves. I hope in the close-up shots I'll be able to get some of that fluff on camera for you, but it is a super fuzzy Hoya. Again, a really fast grower. I chopped this one maybe like a month or so ago, maybe 2 months, and it has sprouted in 2 places for me there. So yeah, this is the Hoya Casei. Alrighty, on to an absolute classic Hoya. This one is actually technically a small leafed Hoya, but it looks really beautiful big. So this one here is my Hoya Bella. I am falling in love with this every time I see it. When I first got it, it was like a tiny little 3-leaf cutting, and it has just absolutely exploded over the last month or so. And I gave it a haircut, I would say 2 months or so ago, and it has given me 1, 2, 3 brand new growth points, and this one has just got absolutely insane. So let me bring it closer for you. As you can see, it is a nice long stem of leaves. It definitely needs a drink. It's a little bit curly, but I just love it. It's so beautiful, and left to its own devices it will start hanging and make a beautiful hanging basket full of Hoya. So yeah, that is my Hoya Bella. Speaking of Hoya Bella, I know I had a variegated fishtail, and that was a little bit of a unicorn in the New Zealand Hoya world, but I also have a variegated Bella. So this is the outer variegated Hoya Bella. You can also get an inner variegated Hoya Bella. Again, with the fishtail, it used to be like close to $1,000 for a cutting, then it came down and it came down and it came down, and they're now around about $100, $150, maybe $200 for a 2-leaf cutting, depending on whether it's rooted or not. But yeah, I absolutely love this little cutie, and as you can see, I did chop off the growth tip to sell to a lady and it has already given me a new shoot between the leaf and the stem, and I would say that was probably maybe just on 2 weeks ago. So it is super fast growing when you chop it. All Hoyas love a chop. So yeah, that is my outer variegated Hoya Bella. Alright, we are getting near the end of my collection now. I've only got, I think I've got 3 or 4 more left to show you. So this next Hoya is very much like the Shepherdii, very much like the Shepherdii. It is called the Hoya Longifolia. Again, it has those very long string bean like leaves. This one is just a 2-leaf cutting I got quite a while ago, but I think what actually defines the Longifolia from the Shepherdii is the line down the middle of the leaf. Now I hope I can show you this. Don't know if you can see that, kind of where the sun is hitting it in the middle there is kind of like a line right there, and I believe that's what identifies a Longifolia from a Shepherdii. If I'm wrong, please tell me, well, apart from the colors obviously of the flower, please let me know if I'm wrong. I think that's what defines it. I'll show you a Shepherdii. So yeah, that is my tiny baby wee little Longifolia cutting. And the next one I actually got from the same seller on Instagram, and it seems to be doing way better. It's growing way faster for me. I don't know, probably just likes it better in here. But this is my Hoya Motoski. Motoski. This is it here, and again it looks very much like the Hoya Carnosa, but the leaves are very thick here and they come to a sharp point at the top there. And it also is actually very fuzzy on the underside. It's not fuzzy on the top, but it's fuzzy on the underside, which is really freaking cute. And as you can see, the new growth there is actually very fuzzy. So yeah, and as you can see, it actually does have a really nice kind of dark veining pattern in there. So yeah, that is my Hoya Motoski. And the very last Hoya I have to show you, I got in a trade a little while ago off Facebook, and I was really worried about it because where the cut had been taken, it had been taken far too close to the leaves, and it kind of went all brown before I had received it. So I didn't think it was actually going to shoot and grow. I thought I'd been ripped. But it just looks way amazing now. And this is the Hoya Fungii. This is the Hoya Fungii. Fungii. I just love it. Again, the size of these leaves are the size of my hand. It's so beautiful. And if I hold it up close for you, you can see that beautiful dark veining, and it is really fluffy. That new growth is lime green, super fluffy. It's just so beautiful. Again, it's like a more of a rounder shape than a long shape. Super massive. Absolutely love it. It's just so pretty. So yeah, that is my Hoya Fungii. I forgot. I have one more. I almost forgot about this beauty. I got her off of a Hoya website here in New Zealand. I'll link it down below, Hoya Obsession. And I got it at such a good price. Such a good price. I couldn't believe it. These normally go for, well, the kind of cutting I've got, maybe $150, $200. For a double leaf cutting, it probably is easy $250. And this is the Hoya Carnosa. So as you can see, it is a beautiful heart-shaped Hoya. That's really what defines the Carnosa, is that little heart at the top there. So cute. And this one is just a single leaf with a node. But again, yay for fern fiber. Look at that root. It's been in there for maybe 2.5 weeks, and that root is just going absolute crazy. Seriously guys, you invest all this money in your plants, invest in fern fiber. Yes, it's more expensive than soil, but it seriously works for your plants. It's so good. If you haven't watched my video on fern fiber, I'll link it up there and in the description box down below so you can go and watch it. But oh my god, just amazing. Love it, absolutely love it. Hoya Carnosa. Beautiful. So beautiful. So that is it for my Hoya collection video for 2021. I hope to do another collection video this time next year and see what I've added, what I've gotten rid of, how the plants are growing like in a year's time. Have I forgotten anything? I feel like I've forgotten something. I have so many that I feel like I've forgotten something. I don't think I have. I think we're good. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found another Hoya to add to your wish list. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below what you've added to your wish list. Let me know something you think I should add to my wish list. I have a whole lot I want to add to my wish list, like Globulosa, Callistophylla, outer variegated macrophylla, inner variegated macrophylla. Like there's just so many like really expensive Hoyas that I have on my wish list, and some cheaper ones I have on my wish list. So, oh wait, I totally got this Hoya in the mail today and I haven't even shown you yet. This is the Hoya Linearis. Now, as you can see, it is a fresh cutting, so it's going straight into fern fiber. But look at that, Hoya Linearis. I completely forgot to show you. I'm sorry, little guy. As you can see, it is super different again to all the other Hoyas. It's really fluffy. I didn't expect it to be so fluffy, but it has these cute little arms, and I love it. Hoya Linearis. Now we're done. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and again that thumbs up button. It helps me know what kind of content you guys like me to create and lets me know I'm doing a good job and I'm on the right track. But yeah, make sure that if you're in New Zealand to check out my website www.growinggreen.nz. subscribe to our mailing list so you don't miss out when we do a restock or we do a plant drop or anything like that. But yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you in the next one. Bye.